Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive.
It feels like the right time to be doing something like this.
I'd kind of reform. We have both lost causes.
Why would you challenge this man?
A man who sits on the iron throne of raw wrestling talk.
I'm not the same man I was once before.
Let me talk to you, bitch.
One last time.
You're all gonna burn.
One last ride.
Burn.
You and I were good friends. But you know that we're just better enemies.
Burn.
See you at PromoMania.
Kingpin. Oh God. Have mercy on your soul.
One, two, the demons coming for you.
Butcher tried. Moses Marquez, he tried. Andre Cormier, he tried. Emir Blackman Costello, Courtney Summers.
We've been letting the mischievous champ talk his talk and walk the walk of doom as he keeps claiming.
I don't give up. I don't quit.
Travis, we do not give. Not in the slightest. And if anyone should be afraid, should be you.
No one has beaten me besides Michael Larkin. I'm the one that took down Michael Larkin.
You are not ready for what I am going to do to you.
You got me, the promo champion at PromoMania.
No one is ready for what I am about to do.
Legends never die when the world's calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die.
You have something we want, Travis.
It's time to shape up.
Try me. I'll make you famous.
And now, Max Wrestling presents PromoMania 5.
This is your captain speaking, along with the Butcher and Mike Larkin. Welcome to PromoMania. Actually, I'll do my best, Vince McMahon. Welcome to PromoMania. Ooh, Vince. It may
Not
just
as
be
loud in
our.
here as it would be at Mania.
Well, yeah, very true, very true. Hi, empty arena. How you doing? with an attendance record of 0.
New
New WrestleMania record. 0.
Well, unlike the other Mania, it may just be our biggest ever show with 4 huge matches. A last hurrah from Mike Larkin for a few weeks. Oh, and yeah, there's a little show happening pre-taped in the Performance Center that we're going to talk about, but we'll get to that. We say little because it's the first ever WrestleMania with no audience thanks to the current climate. But joining us this evening are the current reigning promo champion, Travis the Walker Anderson. How's it going?
I'm tired as usual. You know how it is.
It's funny, every time we get somebody non-British on Max Wrestling, they're always tired.
We've
Oh,
always
this-
got someone
this
non-British
one's-
on fucking Max Wrestling. We got Mike.
Mike just never sleeps.
That's true.
And then the only Brit that is tired is Phoenix, because he's nocturnal. And of course, the current reigning knowledge champion, Moses Marquez. What's up?
Good morning. Oh, I'm not as tired, but I feel Travis's pain.
And his challenger today is the former knowledge champion, a former Iron Bank winner, and the co-founder of Max Wrestling, the Phoenix.
You know, it sounds you said former then. I just got images of Triple H chasing after Lillian Garcia.
Motherfucker. And making his long-awaited return to Max Wrestling and to promo competition today is none other than the man of many nicknames, which, I mean, we've only got a couple of hours to get through. He is the RWT Kingpin, Emil Blackbane Costello. Welcome back.
Finally, the Black has come back to Max Wrestling.
Only you can get away with that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, thank God he didn't go with the N word. I'm like, oh no.
No, Evan
It's-
probably would
it's
have
like-
tried getting
It's
away
like
with that.
having Evan back, yeah.
How's it feel to be back? Don't say tired.
It feels. I would say tired, but Travis the Walker Anderson is still in my fucking gimmick over there. No,
You're
it feels
welcome.
good. Yeah, a lot has changed. I'm not stalking anybody in Starbucks these days. You know,
Aw.
Starbucks is closed. You can't stalk from home. But maybe I'll call Starbucks later and freak them out. I don't know. I'm good. How are you?
Okay.
They got drive-thrus, you know.
Yeah. Use a
Yeah.
drive-through.
I need to drive through. I will drive through later. I'm putting that on my list.
Just butt dial Starbucks. I've been stalking this girl on Facebook, and hello, you're through to Starbucks.
Hey, speaking of that, there's a funny joke that Dave Chappelle tells, because he says that that terrorists understand that you can't hold black people hostage because the United States government thinks of them as bad bargaining chips. And so the joke is the phone rings at the White House, and then the terrorist goes, "Hello, we have 5 black." Hello. As soon as they heard that shit, they hung up on them motherfuckers. Anywho, that's the joke.
Oh,
Good to be
okay.
back, man.
All right. Well, while we settle in, and before we talk about the empty arena mania, let's begin the Knowledge Championship. As usual, you'll have 15 seconds for the questions. Here is your new timer. So don't upset Chris Jericho, or he will release the hounds on you if you don't answer within 15 seconds. And when I say hounds, I mean little bitty dogs.
No, so it's not like hounds as in shield hounds.
Oh no, they're tiny. They're tiny when you see Dynamite. Spoiler alert,
They're
by the way.
annoying chihuahuas that bite drinks.
But there's a lot of them. I'd still run.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would run because chihuahuas are feisty little fuckers.
That they are, yes.
No wonder Boss Man cooked one.
Oh,
Pepper!
this
Moving
has been
on.
like 2 pepper bring-ups in like the last, I think, 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's why I mentioned it. Okay. Round
pepper.
one. Round 1 is the best of 5. You'll have 5 questions, 15 seconds to answer each one. Challenger first, so Phoenix, you're up first. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Pass.
Pass.
Okay, as usual, your 15 seconds start when I finish the question. Question 1. The Undertaker defended his WWF Championship against what WWE Hall of Famer at King of the Ring 1997?
Shawn Michaels.
Stop the clock. Okay. It was Farouk, aka Ron Simmons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Question 2.
Oh shit! I got that one wrong.
Was it 2012?
2012.
Actually, the next question is a year question, so Phoenix, question 2. Sting wrestled Rhino for the TNA World Championship at Genesis in what year?
2008.
Stop the clock. You're 1 year out. It was 2009. Question 3. It's another year question, so get ready for 2012. Billy Kidman and Paul London won the WWE Tag Team Championships in what year?
Billy Kidman and Paul. Oh, 2002.
Stop.
No, shit. I don't think it was.
Still got time.
2003.
2003. Again, 1 year out. It was 2004.
Fucking hell.
Formerly longest reigning. Next question. Former NXT superstar Jake Carter is the son of what former WCW heavyweight champion and WWE Hall of Famer?
Mia, get down. So that's my dog.
Get down.
Fucking to the
What's that, some
dog.
kind of foreign? Is that a foreigner? That's, Mia, get down. Mia, get down.
No, it's my dog. She's creeping.
Creeping on the down, Phoenix. All you do is just creeping on the down low, Phoenix.
Well, Jericho did say release the hounds. Have you got an answer?
Hang on, the 2006. That was Paul London and Brian Kendrick, not Billy Kidman and.
I was gonna say that. Funny enough.
2004, they won the tag titles and they beat the Dudleys.
The longest reigning was Billy Kidman and.
Oh yeah, I said that after the
and
question.
Kendrick and London.
Yeah, Kendrick and London won longest reigning, but yes, it was Kidman and London who won the titles in 2004. Have you got an answer for this one?
What was the question again?
Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds. Former NXT superstar Jake Carter is the son of what former WCW heavyweight champion and Hall of Famer?
No, don't know. Pass.
After all that. It was Vader.
Vader, Phoenix.
And Vader.
Oh.
Jake Carter teamed with Corey Graves for a brief time before Corey Graves was involved with Neville in the whole nine there in NXT.
So very early NXT.
Yes.
Yeah, hey, Mike Larkin, that was pretty good, because my question was, who the fuck is Jake Carter?
Well, now you know he's the son of Vader.
Okay, final question. At Backlash 2002, who challenged Billy and Chuck for the World Tag Team Championships?
Oh, you cunt.
This is terrible, Phoenix. Come on, man, you're better than this.
Dudley's.
It was Al Snow and Maven.
Team Tough Enough.
Oh,
I
forgot about
I had the answer as homosexuality.
Billy and Chuck, that's right.
Okay. That's a UK Eurovision score of Neil Poir. Well, we don't have Eurovision this year, so someone's got to get Neil Poir. Okay, over to the champion, Moses Marquez. Question 1. Gregory Helms wrestled what WWE Hall of Famer at New Year's Revolution 2006?
God. 2006?
Not 2012.
Not 2012. Got it. Not 2012. Got nothing.
Time. It was Jerry the King Lawler.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, the year prior to that, he wrestled Muhammad Hassan at 2005, which also saw Shelton Benjamin.
Mike,
get
come on.
Hey, wait, no. My favorite thing about Moses Marquez, he goes 2006. I thought to myself, you can't even recall a single match. What difference does a year make?
Gives you ideas of who may be.
It's like, man,
Who's
I
still
got all
wrestling in
2007 in my brain, but 2006, I didn't think to study that one.
You know what? When you got to answer better than 2012, you can raise your hand there, boss.
This shit is tough, Moses. I'm not mad at you. And what's worse is Mike is over there kicking dirt on you and Phoenix's names. Answer every goddamn question.
That's what I mean. Mike's awesome at this shit, and you and Phoenix together, and everything wrong. And Mike's like, "Well, this is because this, and I'm here."
The funny thing is I knew like 3 of Phoenix's questions right off the bat. I knew who. I knew the Vader question right off the bat.
Wait till you hear the next question there, Mr. Best Heel in the Business, because we talked about it on Fuck Heelcast. Go ahead, Daz.
Okay. Question 2. Monty Brown faced little-known wrestler Triton at TNA Destination X in what year?
Okay, Monty Brown against who?
Triton.
He's coming.
Okay, that sounds like a stupid gimmick, so it's got to be early. 2007.
There's the time. Thank you, Chris. It was 2005.
Yes.
It was early, but not early enough.
He military pressed Monty Brown and dropped him on his head.
I got
literally.
That's why he didn't last very long.
Yeah.
And Trident was the one who was little known, because I don't even know Monty Brown.
Monty Brown, the pounce.
The pounce. Period. Come on.
I thought the cat did the pounce.
Monty Brown signed for WWE and was known as Marcus Corval.
Yeah. He was the alpha male.
Oh, dude.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
Question 3. What 2001 pay-per-view featured the first one-on-one match between Matt and Jeff Hardy with Lita as special referee?
Oh, that was a. Is that a No Way Out?
Do you want me to stop the clock?
Go for it.
Okay. In 2001, it was Vengeance. First ever Vengeance.
I knew that one right off the bat.
I was like, it has to be like one that's a.
I got something to say before you go to that next.
You shut the hell up.
It was in San Diego, man. You're from the San Diego, man.
I got something to say. We actually got that pay-per-view on free TV because they had like a 1-year deal with Channel 4. And then during that match, we had a storm and the picture went.
Oh, no.
What a buzzkill.
And then it came back right at the end of the match and Lita was just consoling Matt in the corner. I'm like, what the hell happened? Okay, question 4. Stacy Keibler.
Jeff, if that was today...
Yes.
If that was today and we had like a storm, we'd know it was a storm that caused it. But if that was today, we'd go, oh, who's this? Who's this coming? Who's this? You know what I mean? We'd think it was like a return or...
It's the
Vince
Undertaker.
Vince McMahon's fucked up everyone's tellies.
Question 4. Stacy Keibler went by what name in WCW?
Oh God, I know this. I know this one. I swear to God, I know this one. It's gonna be a stupid name, isn't it? I got nothing. I swear to God. And the thing is, hold on. Before you even give an answer, I should know this fucking thing because I listen to a goddamn weekly podcast where they legit have covered her whole fucking run for like 3 months, and I'm pissed off that I don't know right now. But what's the answer?
Miss
I
Hancock.
wanna answer it. Hancock, sound like a fucking bird. Fly around.
Am I the only one who didn't know that she was in WCW?
Yes.
Did you not know that Tori was also in WCW? It was
She,
David Flair's girlfriend, and then apparently had Ric Flair's baby. It was a crazy thing.
Yeah, she came
No,
over
I
in the
didn't know
invasion.
any of that. What? I did not know that. Is that how she met Billy Kidman?
Yes.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Well, here's the thing.
Y'all
She went from Billy Kidman to Nick Mitchell, a.k.a. Mitch of the Spirit Squad during that time. So let that sink in.
Nicky!
Shocking.
Yeah, I know who Mitch is, though.
I think y'all forgot that I'm on the phone too.
I know.
Oh,
that-
shit.
I
Travis
didn't know
Anderson.
shit.
I'm waiting for
Travis
some
is, like, sleeping while all
2012.
this is happening. This is a perfect time to take a nap.
Alright, final question. Mike Lockwood is the real name of what former WWE Hardcore Champion?
What the hell? Who the fuck is that?
Careful now, don't give anything away.
Okay, I got a stupid guess. Crash Holly?
Okay, there's time, and it was Crash Holly. We got a point.
Son of
Whoa!
Mad Mikey in TNA 2003.
Mike, shut the fuck up. You're killing me.
To anybody in the UK that watches Pointless, Mike is like Richard who sits in the corner and gives us all statistics.
Yes.
Okay.
Mike, I love you.
Because it'll be like all these questions, and Mike's had the answer for every single one.
Well, plot
Sprout
twist.
the answer out?
Mike
Shoot
actually
me,
wrote
take.
the questions for that first round.
Oh, I believe it.
Okay.
All those sound like a Mike question.
Round 2 is Breaking Kayfabe. I'll give you each a question with 3 possible answers. You get 2 points. 1 for the correct answer, 1 for the answer which couldn't possibly ever be true.
Okay.
So, Moses, as it's 1-0 to you, would you like to go first or second?
Let's go second.
Okay, Phoenix, you're up first. Are you ready?
I suppose.
Okay. Who defeated Roddy Piper for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 8 in 1992? Was it A, Mr. Perfect, B, Bret Hart, or C, Rick Rude?
I want to say Mr. Perfect. And I think Bret Hart's going to be the obscure one.
Okay. Well, you've got 1 out of 2.
Okay.
Actually, no, you haven't. Sorry, both wrong. The correct answer was B,
Okay.
Bret Hart. The kayfabe answer was, of course, Rick Rude because he was in WCW at the time.
And he wrestled friggin' him, I think it was SummerSlam 91 at MSG, right? That's where Bret, right?
Who wrestled at SummerSlam?
Wasn't it Bret and Mr. Perfect, and Bret won the title from Mr. Perfect at MSG at SummerSlam one of those years, like 91?
Yeah, Mr. Perfect was close after, or close before, yeah. Okay, so still 1-0, and Moses' question is, which championship did Booker T win at Insurrection 2002?
Oh.
A, European, B, Hardcore, or C, Intercontinental.
You said Booker T? What
Yeah, Booker
titles
T at
did he win?
Insurrection.
And the choices were IC, Hardcore, and the other one was
European.
European.
Okay, we got answers quickly.
He wrestled for the Hardcore title, and my least obscure is European. Because I don't
Okay.
think he was in that division. Is
The
that a division?
correct answer was Hardcore Championship.
Oh, son of a gun.
I think it changed hands multiple times that night again.
Yep.
And the kayfabe answer was European, because Booker T has never won the European title. So 2 points.
Woo!
Holy shit.
Nice. I
That
think he
makes-
beat Steven Richards that night, and then Crash Holly got
Yes.
involved. Whole nine jazz. Yep.
I honestly was gonna say IC title, but then I'm just like Hardcore in like mid 2000s was
Well,
just everybody had it.
He won it a year later, Moses. He beat Christian for that title.
That I didn't remember.
I think Crash won it
Mike,
twice that
then,
night.
Mike, what did he have for dinner that night?
Sick, damn it.
Biscuits and gravy.
Maybe, man.
Nice.
All right, we'll do round 3 before we get on to the other stuff on the show. So round 3 is bell to bell. I think everybody's familiar with this one by now. You get 2 matches. All you got to do is tell me which one lasted the longest. Phoenix with the least amount of points. You're first again.
All right.
Your matches are 2 RVD matches. First up,
Okay.
Rob Van Dam versus Jeff Hardy at Invasion. And Rob Van Dam versus Edge at Vengeance 2006. Which one lasted the longest?
I think Invasion had more spots in it and stuff, so I'm going to say Jeff Hardy at Invasion.
Okay, do you want to stop the clock?
Yeah.
There you go, he stopped it himself. Okay. Rob Van Dam versus Jeff Hardy was 12 minutes 24 seconds. And Van Dam versus Edge was 17:55.
Wow.
Long ass match.
Holy shit.
And for Moses, you have 2 Randy Orton matches.
God.
And both are at WrestleMania. So first up, Randy Orton versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 21. And Randy Orton versus Triple H, WrestleMania 25. Which one lasted the longest?
I'm going 25. There's no way he lasted that long against Taker in early, mid 2000s. There's no way.
You want to stop the clock?
Go for it.
Okay. Orton Triple H, 24 minutes 35 seconds. And Orton Undertaker was 14-14. Another point. 4-0.
Damn.
I think it's safe to say, Phoenix, you'll be going first in the final. There's only 1 round left before that. So, before we get to that, let's do our first promo showdown of the night. Mike, it's your last hurrah for a while. But you're up against the Shape.
I gotta say, I look forward to this one. I tried something different. I hope everybody likes it. I had a lot of fun with this.
All right, let's take a look.
You saved yourself, you burn in hell for what you've done, but never die.
Look what I have, Mike. 2 belts. But that's not what this is about. So PromoMania 5. The stage is set. This is it. What does the Shape have to say to Mike Larkin? I already told you, I called out Mike Larkin to this promo showdown because I respect Mike Larkin too much to watch him walk away from competition. Mike, too good to quit. You hit a bump in the road, but it's just a bump. And I know exactly how that feels. I have hit so many bumps in the road in my adult life. It's amazing I'm still going. But I pick myself up. Each time I dust myself off and I raise a big middle finger to those who put the speed bumps there. I have every faith you will be promo champion again someday. You had a great run. You had your time. It's just not your time right now. Now, it's time for you to prove that you are more than a one-hit wonder. This is it. I'm your punching bag. Give me everything you've got. Punch me, kick me, beat me down. Use me to get back to where you need to be. Because that's my purpose. I take the shape of whatever I need to be. And right now, I need to be Mike Larkin's sparring partner. I want the world to know that Mike Larkin is awake and alive. But make no mistake about it, I'm not a jobber. I may be here to put Mike Larkin over, but I have my own demons to fight. I have my own ammunition to unload. Because I have my own doubters. So let's be real, shall we? I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks of me, because I guarantee you don't really know me at all. If you did, I wouldn't be held back. I wouldn't be overlooked. I wouldn't be stepped on. I wouldn't be pushed aside. I would be your shiny golden trophy. You know why? Because when I'm passionate about something, I always give it 100%. Ask David the Butcher Gillum. Ask Emir Blackbane Costello. Ask Kenny Killer. They know how much drive I have. And for those that don't think that I have what it takes to be in a certain position, those that don't believe in me, those that aren't even willing to give me a chance to smash that glass ceiling, let me explain something to you. My mouth is a gun, and I have bullets with every single fucking one of your names on. I am not a number. I am not a pawn. I am not expendable. I am either your biggest asset or your most wasted opportunity. You see, I hold the key to my own destiny. I take the shape of whatever I need to. So once and for all, let me remind you exactly who I am. I am the captain since day one. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm heading for the horizon. See you on the other side.
I've been changing, but you'll never see me now. I've been changing, but you'll never see me now. I'm blaming you for everything.
They've stripped him clean of everything. They've washed away his legacy.
Mr. fucking 5 is the Phoenix. New Max Wrestling promo champion, Travis the Walker Anderson. Hell yeah.
Shape is defined as the external form or appearance characteristic of someone or something, the outline of an area or figure. I have taken the shape of many forms: a rapper, a singer, and even a demon. Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Sometimes man takes the form of a god. Sometimes he takes the form of the devil himself. You never know what's outside your door.
We may be gone, but not for long.
For 27 years, the shape of Michael Christopher Larkin was that of a nice man, a man that would give you the shirt off his back, a man that would help inspire, encourage, and empower others. Not anymore. Ah! We are defined by our choices. We are defined by our decisions. You made the wrong decision. Kenny, Phoenix, Butcher, Burnham, Ungar, Toxic, Kingpin, Marquez, Walker, Summers, Moni Lynn, McCabe. Summers, Walker, Davis, Butcher, De Niro, Moni, Zach, Demoness, Davis, Walker. Marquez. Soon. Kingpin. You have forced me to give in.
Give in. Give in. Give in. Give in. Give in.
Give in.
Give in.
Give in.
Give in.
Give in.
Madness. 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 Madness.
Madness.
Madness.
Madness.
You have forced my hand to punish. You have forced me to take the shape of madness.
Madness. Madness. Madness. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Give in. Give in. Give in. Ha ha ha.
Hey! We're all mad here.
You're listening to Legends Never Die by League of Legends and Against the Current, one of tonight's Max Noise theme songs, available now on Apple Music and Spotify. Of course, there is no vote for this match, it's just for fun, there's no winner, no loser, so hope you enjoyed it. Now then, on to the Knowledge Championship, round 4, which is, I think we've only done this one once before, mic drop. No, we're not dropping Mike Larkin in anything. It's called Mic Drop. I'm going to give you a quote, and all you have to do is tell me who said it. So, Phoenix, you're up first. Your quote, Phoenix, is...
Dog depressed. Oh, you know, hasn't he had enough already?
Stop! They're already.
You're so inconsiderate. If you can see his face right now, he's depressed. See? It's just, she can hear me. She's like, I agree with that guy. Jesus Christ, she's talking sense for once. It's like the scene from like the Up the movie where the dog's wagging his tail and he's talking through his collar and he's going, "I am your dog and I love you."
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Phoenix, are you actually ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, your quote is, "Well, Drew, if it makes you feel any better, there's only one thing that Kelly and this title have in common. They'll never be seen with you." Who said it?
I ain't got a clue.
Was it the dog? Did the dog say it?
It was Mia. The correct answer was... Anybody?
Don't see it.
Randy Orton?
Right, Mike's not right.
It was Edge.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Okay, over to Moses. Your quote is, "There's nothing to be ashamed of here. Everyone's been with Carlito's sister." Who said it?
I know it.
Oh god, that's honestly that sounds like a line only one of two people could make.
Yeah.
Now I'm only guessing. Now it's got to think who's the only one. I'm gonna go with Jericho.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of Jericho, it was actually Triple H.
No. I was going for Unforgiven.
I thought it was John Morrison because I remember when Morrison and The Miz were going against the Butt Brothers.
Once again, to the one that I knew straight away.
We flip the questions in this whole thing. We might actually be tied up. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, on to the final. Of course, you get 30 seconds to answer as many questions as possible in Beat the Score. Phoenix, you are up first, and Moses has a 1-point head start because he has the most points.
All right.
Okay. Your 30 seconds starts now. In what year did Dolph Ziggler cash in Money in the Bank on Alberto?
2012.
13. What was Michelle McCool's name for the Styles Clash?
Faithbreaker.
Yes. Leon White was the real name of which late WCW and WWE legend?
Pass.
Vader. Who did The Rock defeat for his first WWE Championship?
Mankind.
Yes. What was the first A in APA stand for?
Acolytes.
Yes. Who did Undertaker face at WrestleMania 9?
Giant Gonzalez.
Yes, 4 scored.
Good job.
All right.
Hold on a
So,
second. Out of all the WrestleManias, you give him the El Gigante one.
You 30
People
seconds, you gotta have
forget
some
El
easy
Gigante,
questions.
Yeah.
El Gigante. Mike Larkin, that was the
all
whitest thing
anyway.
you ever said.
He got them all anyway.
El Gigante, por favor.
Anything, dude. Don't talk Spanish to me. It makes me funny, Moses.
Gigante. You want some tortilla soup? Eat your damn quesadilla.
Amazing.
Oh, Napoleon, you make yourself a damn quesadilla.
Amir, pop me with the tortilla soup. Oh, I gotta compose myself.
Woosa.
She said buenas. All right, go ahead.
Wait, hang on. Before Moses gets to his questions, I want to understand what's happening because I'm confused by the point system.
Okay.
I don't know how many Phoenix just got right, but what is the score?
He got 4, but because Moses had the lead throughout the trivia, he got 1 point head start in the final. So it's currently 4-1.
So if Moses doesn't answer at least 3 or 4 questions right, that it doesn't matter what he did before this? Is that the idea?
Well, it gave him an advantage.
You gotta drag the show out, Amir. You gotta drag it out.
All right.
That's very good. Go ask him the question.
Okay. Ugh. Give me a sec.
Coronavirus.
That ain't you.
Brodus Clay's name was Tyrus.
But I haven't left my house. Okay. 30 seconds starts. Now, Bullet Bob is the father of which former DX member?
Road Dogg Jesse James.
Yes. Whose first lead acting role was in The Scorpion King?
The Rock. Wow, I don't know why.
Yes. In what year was John Cena drafted to Raw as the WWE champion?
2010.
5. Brock Lesnar married which former women's champion?
Sable.
Yes. In what year was WrestleMania 3?
What year was WrestleMania 3? 86.
87.
Fuck, that's exactly what I wanted to say, but I said 6. Shit.
But that is a tie, which means championships don't change hands. You are still the Max Wrestling Knowledge Champion.
Woo!
Congratulations.
All because of that
threw me in
1
the corner,
point
started
advantage,
whipping
so
my
it
ass.
did mean something.
I have a question. Moses Marquez, when you got asked the first question, what was the name? Bullet Bob?
Yeah, Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Okay, when you were trying to think of who Bullet Bob could have possibly fathered, did you just think of, like, who's the most white trash member of DX based on that name?
To be super honest with you, my first guess was Bullet Bob sounds Western. What's a Western name? I wanted to be super honest with you. I wanted to say X-Pac, but I'm like, that can't be right.
Bullet Bob.
So I'm like, Jesse James, Bullet Bob. It worked. I was
Road
right.
Dogg shake, rattle, and roll right into his fucking RV.
Right into his RV, nice.
So there you go, Amir. That 1 point advantage did make a difference.
I didn't really think. I gotta be honest. I have been listening to the whole thing, but I didn't think it was that close.
He came at me with a fury.
It was only close in the final.
He tried to knock me
Yeah.
out. Let's just be real here. He came out
There was
swinging in that last round.
There was a shit ton there. I thought you'd get more than what you did on your side, and I certainly thought Phoenix should have got more than what he got on his side. I was like, what the fuck, man? How can he get not 0 in the first round? I was like, what?
Like I said, if you switch our questions in the first round, it probably would have been even closer, if not him taking this whole thing.
It's weird with this trivia. Everybody always knows everybody else's questions, but not their own.
Except for
Because
me,
the
I never
ones that
know
are
anybody's
everybody
questions.
else's, you're like, oh, You're not on the spotlight, is what it is.
Yeah.
I knew a hell of a lot.
Dolph Ziggler question.
Yeah, you even said 2012.
I know. 2012 is when he won it.
I think I just avoid all questions where the answer is actually 2012. Okay, now we should probably talk about WrestleMania. Well, we've cancelled the Predictions Championship because there's no point trying to predict a pay-per-view that's been pre-taped with so many changes late in the week. So it's just going to be a general chat, really, about WrestleMania. So, okay, we know Roman Reigns pulled out of the match. Of the match.
How do we know that, Daz? How do you know?
Mike told him.
Yeah, Mike told him. Mike was there.
I bet you when Roman's going at it, man, he's definitely got his music on in the background.
Oh, God.
Who's the big dog?
And we all know what the climax sound is. Ooh!
Man, a fucking card that has 15 matches. Oh, and
16.
friggin' the course 16. I'm sorry, 16 over the course of 2 fucking days. And well, at least we know Kevin Rollins and fucking Seth Rollins is on Saturday because
Kevin
Rollins is the first
Kevin Rollins.
Kevin Owens, excuse me, I'm tired. Fuck y'all. So we have Seth Rollins.
You're tired, but you can give all this trivia shit beforehand?
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Question 3. Who is the little-known brother of Seth Rollins?
Kevin Rollins.
Before I
right on the ring, weighing at 195 pounds, Kevin Rollins.
Before the
Fight, Rollins, fight.
Before the show, I was listening to some Henry Rollins, maybe watching the new guy. You play my kind of funky music, the whole nine. It goes back to
Henry Rollins. You make it like a family. What's this? The Hills of Ice.
He's a fucking musician. He's a rock star.
He's the rough-looking dude that's always in like gangsters film. He was in Bad Boys too.
And that's how Seth Rollins got his name in WWE, because that's where the Rollins came from, Henry Rollins.
Wait, was he in Bad Boys 2 or Bad Boys also?
Just 2, I think. The husky voice dude with all the tattoos.
You ain't seen Bad Boys 2.
I've seen Bad Boys 2, but he could have been like, he was in Bad Boys 2, like, as well. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
In my car.
In my car.
Fuck, man. Okay, so Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins.
2 Utes, man.
2 Utes.
2 Utes.
2 Utes from Ring of Honor.
Goddamn motherfucker should never be anything. A goddamn Ring of Honor.
Oh, we'll get to Cornette later. To be honest, I thought there was going to be some sort of stipulation for this one, but it's just a straight singles match.
Well, they try to hype the shit up like Kevin Owens, I said it right this time. Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. They're bigging it up with the whole Performance Center because, I trained at the Performance Center. Mind you, there's not going to be anybody in the Performance Center, but we're all making it like, oh, it's the Performance Center. So, yeah.
Henry Rollins will be there training.
Fuck yeah.
And Kevin Rollins.
Daz.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I bought tickets to WrestleMania. I booked my fucking flight. I had hotels. I was taking my family up the whole fucking East Coast. I called Mike Larkin and got advice about the most racist places that I should avoid on the drive.
Yes, we had this discussion. Yeah.
I was terrified. I said, Mike, I got to come through your state, man. Hey, tell me the path to take so I don't get lynched out there, brother. And
ding, 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 ding.
The fucking coronavirus.
Which way is it to Tampa? Back the way you came.
Exactly.
It's like you got a scene. I mean, you got a big tower with a bell, and you got like this hillbilly with a hat on, big fucking straw hat, and it's like someone had a blazing saddles.
I was gonna use Travis Anderson's name the whole way up the East Coast, but hey, man, I know Travis. Oh, well, you're good then. Keep going, boy.
That would honestly probably work, unfortunately.
You know the Walker?
You can go through there. You know that, Travis?
But yeah, unfortunately, I won't be at WrestleMania this year. But it's not my fault. I'm not talking Gene Snitsky.
Thank you, Snitsky.
Oh, why haven't they had Gene Snitsky do a promo or something in the Performance Center?
I like what you do to babies.
I like what you do with viruses.
So wrong. That is so wrong.
One match that does have a stipulation is Edge and Randy Orton in a last man standing match.
Ugh.
Which is probably going to be the only worthwhile stipulation to have, being that the arena's empty.
Yeah, then we have the Boneyard match and the Firefly Funhouse match.
There's no way it's no way it shouldn't work. I mean, The Rock and Mankind worked back in the day, like
empty arena.
You know.
Yeah, but you understand, this is what's happening, okay? So there was a time where, like, Hell in the Cell was just a match, and then it became a whole pay-per-view. And there was a time where TLC was just a match, and then it became a whole pay-per-view. Now they've taken Empty Arena and made it a whole pay-per-view. And this better not be a year.
It don't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah, as we said, Empty Arena Mania.
And the reason it doesn't work, I mean, and you can 100% see it doesn't work, because you watch AEW, and AEW make good of it.
Yeah, they still make it seem like there's a crowd.
The standard of
they
the
put the
production
boys
is
in the
better.
crowd.
I think it's
That
great.
hard?
I do. I think that's great. I mean, why can't Triple H just go, okay, I got an idea, guys. None of you are going to be at WrestleMania. But it doesn't mean that you can't. Put this on. You're all going to be hoodies.
Tommaso, here's a green shirt. Put it on.
You know, it's...
Oh, yeah, the green shirt guy.
It is. That's the problem with WWE is it's just...
No imagination.
No.
But that's the whole thing. Do you really need imagination to have the boys out there? Like, how obvious is that, though? To get the littlest crowd reaction is sometimes the most heartfelt reaction. And AEW has already mastered that by having Billy Gunn and his goddamn son out there, for crying out loud. That was the main dudes. Them and Kip Sabian.
I think sometimes, I mean, you really, when you're watching like Raw or SmackDown or NXT, after you're finished, you have to think about it and you look at what was the best moments. And sometimes you just, especially with Raw and SmackDown, you walk away and you think the fucking audience ruined it.
Yeah.
You know, they ruined it. They shot all over what was a good match, an okay match, you know, and they cheered at just fucking, stupid segments. You know, you got green shirt guy that fucking just, you know what I mean? The motherfucker fucking smiles at everything.
Yeah, that doesn't help either, that you see some, like, the same 25 fans every
Fucked off it straight away.
night.
Pisses me off.
Like, I get it, dude. Congratulations. You got the money to fucking go sit somewhere the fuck else. Please. Yeah. Or sit away from the camera.
I mean,
show me that other people go to the shows.
How do you manage that? Does he buy his seat?
Okay, have you ever tried to get one of those seats? I think, Amir, has anybody ever tried to get one of those seats? I tried to get one when they did a SmackDown here, I think, like, about a year ago. That seat is like $580. You can't fucking sit down. You can't do a whole bunch of shit. You can't leave. They tell you, like, you can only leave during commercial breaks. They escort you to the bathroom and back. It's a fucking pain in the ass. It's like, so I'm going to do that so I can be on TVs for what? So I'm the dude standing there in the green shirt?
Fuck that. Jesus Christ.
You're going to pan to my reaction? No, I'm not paying that. bad enough. The beer's like 22.
I think I'd pay $500, just to troll them and take my t-shirt off and have a CM Punk t-shirt on.
Attaboy.
Speaking of which, I haven't heard a CM Punk chant for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear him all the time in my house.
They should just pipe him in.
That, you know what? That would be way better than having nobody.
Yeah.
It'd piss off Vince, but hey, it's better than no fucking crowd noise.
That's, you know what? That's wait, two things real quick. First off, the part where everybody's saying, why not just have one or two people in the crowd? How does this not make sense? Doesn't it make perfect sense that WWE won't do the thing that makes sense? And then the other thing is,
I think it's more of a sad reality.
They've been accused in the past of editing out the boos and piping in crowd noise to make it seem like there's cheers. So can't we just do that? They have 1 billion years of crowd noise recorded, and they refuse to use any of it. Come on, this is the time, boys.
Right?
I mean, it's not organic, but it could work.
No, yeah, exactly. It just seems that what should be, I'm not going to say a great, amazing, you know what I mean? I'm not going to shit over something that's been affected by a worldwide fucking, you know what I mean, fucking pandemic, but it just seems a little selfish and a little bit inconsiderate by a guy that, was it really that difficult to cancel? Especially with all the changes that have happened in the space of fucking, 10 days.
And I mean,
why would you not just fucking sit back and go, you know what? It's really not fucking worth it.
I was even looking just to see, and I'm like, their next pay-per-view is supposed to be May 10th for Money in the Bank, and I'm like, come the fuck on, y'all. Just take a break or something.
I can't even believe that they've gone all out and they've put that many matches in it. You know, for an empty fucking arena.
Yeah, they've actually added loads of matches since the whole pandemic.
I don't understand it. I mean, when you look at it, you look at the old booking and how it looks. You can't help but be fucking pretty pissed off because it's not badly booked. There's some good matches there. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, fucking Rhea Ripley, Charlotte. There are some good matches. Drew McIntyre, Lesnar, I think is going to be brilliant.
Yeah, the promos have been fantastic. It's just a shame there's been no crowd.
Yeah, it's just, you kind of, every reaction is a reaction. That's just it, isn't it? Whether it's good or bad, it's a reaction. It's when you stop making a noise. That's when it is bad. I don't know, it's just going to be weird, isn't it? It's fucking WrestleMania. No one's ever seen anything like this in our lifetime, but it's fucking WrestleMania.
I'm not gonna lie. I've half expected them to put a damn Titantron in the audience and then just have like the 2K20 audience in the background.
Better than nothing. But no, I'm with Butcher, dude. Like, why is this happening? You couldn't have pushed this a couple of months.
Yeah,
this couldn't have been the first big thing to hit sports.
June wasn't an option.
The return of baseball.
You know what?
Return of this. Boom. The return of wrestling.
You could have cancelled 2 pay-per-views this year. You could have taken away Money in the Bank, right, and had a Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
where it originated.
You could have moved this to the back or pushed it as far back as possible. You know what I mean? To November even. Well, I mean, yeah, people, I've said that to people, and people have gone, yeah, but WrestleMania will be dead close for the following year. That doesn't matter. What matters is you can't just, you know what I mean, turn it into a empty production. It's fucking huge. WrestleMania.
If it were
I'm
me,
finding. Oh my God.
Okay, so you mentioned November, which again I agree with pushing it back, but I think one of the ideas that they had was possibly doing June because there's a show at Madison Square Garden. Why not just do it at Madison Square Garden?
That's not a bad idea. The biggest arena there is. I think that wasn't the original spot for WrestleMania, was it?
Yeah,
WrestleMania 1. Oh, well, then there you go.
Yeah.
110 and 20.
But it is a bad idea, and the reason why it is a bad idea is because that show at Madison Square Garden is a show that was supposed to happen previously.
Yep.
And got canceled, and now they're moving it to June. And the problem I have with that is everybody who had tickets originally still gets to go. So how the fuck am I supposed to get in there? Everything's already sold out. Fuck that. I had a ticket to WrestleMania, goddammit.
The thing
so
is,
we gotta get something worked out here.
The thing is you've got to, you know, that Tampa stadium is a big fucking stadium.
It is.
You know, Madison Square Garden ain't that big.
I've been in Madison Square Garden.
You know.
Well, not compared to the stadium.
It's like they want the,
you know,
they want
it
the
ain't that
large,
big, so people. Yeah.
they want the largest stadium for WrestleMania, but at that time they're gonna have football going on.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
And
I mean, you're
not
only
just
option.
that, but like not just that, but a lot of them don't have like the cover over the arena, so it's just open.
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I've always looked at it and I've always thought, you know, you got your big four, right? You've got Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Survivor Series ain't one of the big four anymore that you look forward to, in my opinion. But why do you need Royal Rumble and WrestleMania so close together? Why are they not actually doing them quarterly? You know, why are you not having obviously Mania January, then you can push WrestleMania back to May. You know, a month is a good month. You know, they don't need, how many pay-per-views are they rocking at the minute? A year.
About 14, 15.
Too fucking much, man. It's too much. You don't even need. I mean, maximum you need, really, in my opinion, is 10. Concentrate on your TV product, your weekly product. You don't need
I still think
that
10's
many
too many.
pay-per-views.
Okay.
Well, yeah, do you know what I mean? It could be. It could be.
So,
at least one pay-per-view a month. That was fine with that.
So looking at the capacity for both Madison Square Garden and
I
Tampa
just looked
Bay,
as well.
Yeah.
There's like a 45,000 difference.
Yeah, it could go up to 75,000 for the Tampa Bay one. And Madison Square Garden, the capacity for pro wrestling is 18,500.
Move it to MetLife.
Hmm?
Like, you're in New York, move it to MetLife.
Yeah, MetLife's
They did
actually
it
about
last year,
20,000
right?
more than Raymond
I
James.
understand that, but I mean, you're going to be in that area. You can honor everybody's everything. MetLife has got to be bigger than Florida. No, it's been around longer. I think it fits over 80,000.
Yeah, there's like 20 difference.
Correct.
You could probably make that happen. And then especially if you're going to make it over 2 days, you can still stretch it over 2 days.
How hot? Oh, they've already booked SummerSlam, haven't they? I was going to say, how hot would Tampa be for SummerSlam?
Real hot. That's what, oh God.
It would be
Everybody in the
You'd have to
crowd,
do it
no
by the beach.
shirts. Yeah, Undertaker fucking coming down to the ring with just nothing on, just a pair of pants.
Well, he has been hot before. He was on fire at that one.
Yeah, that's the quickest he's ever moved to the ring. Well, on the topic of the Undertaker, it seems he's finally. Well, I don't know. It's kind of a hybrid, really, between the Dead Man and the Badass that we've got this past week.
Yeah, I think it's the one we were supposed to get a couple of years ago with Kid Rock playing him to the ring.
Before Kid Rock fucked it up by getting political. Thank you, Kid Rock.
To quote Moses Marquez, Kid Rock was a prick. Fuck.
He was a cockwomble.
Cockwomble.
He was a set of bastards. Well.
I love this UK fucking person. This shit's great.
But first of all, it was an amazing promo, because all we've gotten from Undertaker in the past few years is just the usual, "I'm gonna bury you, rest in peace," blah 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 blah. But he got actual words out this week.
Phenomenal, my ass.
Yeah. And then of course that famous,
it, man.
"I'll make you famous."
It was amazing. I did. Do you know what? Right, it's weird because we've said that Taker done. You know what I mean? Sometimes you see that, and then I'm thinking, is the gimmick done?
Yeah.
Not Taker's done. Is the gimmick got to the point within a current era that people don't really get it? They get the gong and they love the music, and you still get your hairs standing on end. But when you see what he did the other day, you're kind of like, "Oh, motherfucker, this guy's got one more run in him."
Yeah. My hair stood up with his very first line in the promo. He was just like, AJ Styles. Or should I say, Alan Jones? Oh, shit. Take a name dropped him.
It's gone personal. And I love the bit when he just basically buried Gallows and Anderson. That was great, man.
Phoenix, I'm sure you were pleased, the ultimate Undertaker fan.
Yeah, it was.
That's how pleased you were, Phoenix. It was good.
I thought he was going to say, "I ain't seen it yet."
Yeah.
I've been working.
No, I actually saw it this morning.
Good. Now I'm just intrigued about who the Holy Trinity are. Is it just Kane and Michelle? Because obviously we can't have Paul Bearer.
No,
can't have Sarah. Can't have Sarah.
No, definitely can't have Sarah.
What if he's bringing back Naked Midian?
Oh, God. Running willy-nilly was Naked Midian.
Well, it would make sense. I mean, it's gotta be Kane.
Naked Midian.
It has to be Kane.
It's gotta be Kane.
It's gotta be Kane.
It's gotta be the mayor. I mean, Kane.
But if it is Kane, right? I really hope they do the throwback Kane to the 90s.
Oh, please.
I really don't like current masked Kane or current no mask Kane. Actually, no. I'm going to change that up. When Kane got unmasked, I liked the run Kane had because it was just kind of like
it started off well. Yeah,
he was just evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he was evil,
crazy.
But his early days Kane. That his attire was superb. One full arm, one cut off at the shoulder.
Yeah.
His mask was fucking fantastic.
Remember his first blood match with Stone Cold, and he was that cautious. He put the whole sleeve on.
Yeah, exactly. Completely covered there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I'd be honest. I'd like Michelle McCool to actually come back. But,
yeah. I want to hear Undertaker to go, Wendy.
What did you think about him saying the Faith Breaker actually got over? I was like, oh
shit. It was kind of weird that he kept referring to Michelle as her. Taker, your wife's got a name.
Yeah, I got that.
AJ's already said her name. Just say her name, Taker.
That's old school wrestling, man. Remember back in who was woman? Who was woman back in the day?
It's got a very, it has got a very, very ruthless aggression attitude era feel to it. You know what I mean? When you listen to them talk, they're crossing boundaries.
Yeah.
They're stepping over that boundary of what is kayfabe, and I mean, I'm fucking digging it. I mean, it's been a while since I digged anything to do with WWE, but allowing them, I think Taker's had to say in it though. I think Taker's basically said, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this properly. We need creative control. AJ Styles is phenomenal. No pun intended. When you give that guy creative control, he don't put a foot wrong. I'm just hoping, I'm praying that the match fucking is good.
Yeah, well, I think most people have figured out it's basically a buried alive match, but it's actually taking place in a graveyard. And of course, you know, with it being pre-taped, they can do all kinds of crazy stuff. We might even get some kind of final deletion type match.
Do you reckon they're going to put the three of them, Gallows, Anderson, and fucking AJ? Or do you reckon AJ will escape the burial and it'll just be Anderson and Gallows?
Well, this is the thing. Undertaker's never won. Well, he beat Mankind, but he still got buried. He's actually never really won a buried alive match.
No, he hasn't. He lost the one against Wade Barrett and Nexus.
Yeah, it was the one where Nexus got involved. Yep.
Yeah.
So is that what this boneyard thing is? Is it supposed to be buried alive?
Yeah, so
Pretty
think of
much.
this. When Bray Wyatt fought Kane, they couldn't call it Inferno, so it was the whole, that
Ring of Fire
They just called
match.
it Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire.
That's
Why can't they call it Infernos? Because of the stockholders?
Yeah, well, they changed the rules as well, didn't they? Because you didn't win by setting your opponent on fire, you won by
No,
pin.
it's just a Ring of Fire. It was just a pin, but it was a ring surrounded by fire. So Ring of Fire.
It's not PG.
Yeah. And I guess Buried Alive isn't PG either, so they got to call it a boneyard.
Yep.
Boneyard is PG? What the fuck?
Now,
It's more PG than
well,
Buried Alive.
Boneyard sticks with like the pirate theme.
Yeah. I didn't think of that, actually.
Somebody
makes
told me
sense.
they're like, does that mean like the junkyard? They're gonna wrestle at a junkyard? I'm like, I thought it was a graveyard. Because other people use boneyard as like a fucking junkyard for cars and shit. I didn't. fucking
Hey, we're fighting in the junkyard. Gotta have a good time.
Just a graveyard surrounded by all of Undertaker's Harley Davidsons.
There you go.
Ooh, that'd actually be badass.
Uh-oh, AJ touched the bike. Oh, shit.
Oh, now you're really gonna be back.
It's like
You done it now. You made a big mistake.
He did make a lot of references to his badass themes. He said you're gonna pay multiple times.
Yes. It's kind of like shut your mouth. You didn't want to drive Undertaker's motorcycle during the match, when you could just sit on the thing and just drive it up the ramp.
I love doing that.
Yeah, me too.
Then there was like one game where he rode the bike to the ring and then it just disappeared.
Yeah, that's right. That was not Here Comes the Pain. It wasn't Shut Your Mouth either. I forgot which one it was.
Just Bring It.
That was Just Bring It, yeah.
Nah, it makes
Might have
sense.
been.
Just Bring It sucked.
It blew chunks. One of the worst story modes ever in a video game. It was that quick. It was only like 3 weeks.
Look, first wrestling game on a new console, and it sucks. Okay,
Sucks.
it looks cool, but it sucks.
And it was just
I can't remember.
Yeah, go
There
ahead.
was a WWE wrestling game that came out. I don't remember which one it was. It may have been Just Bring It, but it was the only game that came out that literally had no loading time. And then I can't remember. For years, I've not been able to remember which one it was, but I know like when you started the match, as soon as you press start, it would just go. And it was
that was Just Bring It.
That part was pretty cool, right? No?
Yeah, well, that was the one that also had Fred Durst and Michael over and over.
It was like a flashback. It was like a flashback back to the Super Nintendo. It just went.
Maybe that's why everything else about it sucked, because there was no loading time. Hey, it's fast, but it sucks.
Yeah. And then you look at the shit today with 2K, man, and the fucking loading.
Man.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and then you raging over Baron Blade over there.
It's just shit, man. It's terrible. I mean, come on. It's some of the worst, and you can't even blame WWE for it. It's some of the worst writing, and they've got away with doing like 3 years of the same shit.
Yep, you're right.
Why can't you just, right? If they want to do I'd like to see them do, you know what I mean? Take charge of a WWE character. You know what I mean? His stats are low, whatever. And you just select the WWE character and you go and do a career mode. Or, you do your standard creator character, but there's no stupid, you know what I mean? You've basically got multiple choice. You can go one way or you can go the other way. You can't do that on this. It's still decided which way it goes. Even though you're freaking answering questions with a Renee Young that their mouth just moves. You know what I mean? No,
My whole thing is
terrible.
My thing is like 2K brings this out. Does anybody else know what other game that they're critically acclaimed for bringing out every year?
NBA.
NBA 2K.
NBA.
And they're
That's it,
clear
yeah.
mode every year. I mean, granted, it's relatively the same, but at least it flows. People can fucking talk. There's a somewhat of a storyline. Things, actually go together. When you decide you want to get traded from a team, it makes a big deal. You talk to your agent, the whole thing. Shit is actually put into the works. Why can't they do half that work on this and at least make Renee Young talk to me?
That's it.
Give me a couple answers to give from.
That's why. Does it need a game every year? No, I don't think so.
I don't think any sports game needs a game every year.
You only need one every two. Keep up with the updates.
Look, we've slightly changed Seth Rollins' hair.
Content. The content. Have you seen this year's content? Zombies and Roman they've gone down the mobile phone routes.
Here's my thing. If they're going to make a game every year, why is it they can't, like how you say, why can't they update it? They have to make one every year, but yet every year somebody's entrance is fucked up. Somebody doesn't have the right music. Somebody's look is off. Most of that stuff we have to change in the community creating thing.
Yeah, you look at exactly. That's what I was going to say. Community creative. You've got professional people. You know what I mean? Designing these characters. Why can't you, as a or 2K, employ these people? Because they're doing a better job than what 2K are doing. You know what I mean? It's
Back in the day, it used to make more sense to have a different game every year because, for example, every pay-per-view had a unique set. But now it's all just the same. I mean,
but then back then too, you could only put so much in a game. Now, don't tell me you can't put more in a game. Look at fucking GTA, for crying out loud. That game's been around for how many years? GTA 5? And it's
they've
done
milked
nothing
that
but
game for 10 years.
7.
Exactly.
I'm surprised, the green shirt guy ain't showed up in 2K.
Then
I swear to God, I thought I saw him in one of my gameplays.
They definitely don't have a long-haired guy.
Maybe somebody added him. This feels like watching Raw. I put the green shirt.
It's terrible. It's terrible. The whole aspect of playing the game is just it's a repetitive mess.
Speaking of playing games, I can already hear the controller smacking around in your hand.
I mean, I love WWE, WWF No Mercy. I love WrestleMania 2000. I love WCW NWO Revenge. You know what I mean? This shit now it's shit.
I own 2 out of 3 of the games you just named.
I have not bought this year because I heard it was sucked so bad.
No, my daughter wanted it, and I told her straight. You know what I mean? She cried her eyes out. I didn't buy you that.
It's a
Why? Just buy it for her.
No chance. No
chance in hell.
Dude, gotta do the walk.
Not even when it's on sale now for like £11.
No, I've seen it for a tenner, and I still won't buy it.
Hell, my route.
I mean, there is rumours though, isn't there? They've 2K have lost the rights to it, haven't they?
I hope so.
This year's the last one. This year's the last one.
I really hope so, 'cause they've been dog shit the whole time.
No, it is. It's done. Done this year. This is the last one they're doing. There is rumours that they're going back to THQ. Well, THQ Nordic it is now. So you can only hope, can't you?
Yeah.
All
right, Phoenix, I believe you need to go get some sleep, which is why I talked about Undertaker as soon as I could for you. And all we got was, Okay, make sure you...
My dog's also hovering. I need to take her out for 10 minutes.
Release the hounds!
So, yeah.
Make sure you listen to the rest of the
run
show.
her little legs off.
Oh, I did have it down, but I lost it. Oh wait, no, I got it.
There you go.
That's definitely not Chihuahua barks, man. Who added the other barks?
Oh, there is a slightly bigger dog there.
Is it? I was going to say, man. That's gotta be.
Oh yeah, there's like 2 Labradors. And then there's a little Chihuahua chasing at the
What
back.
the hell are they supposed to do with Labradors? Labradors are docile. Yeah, a Labrador, they're lazy. They won't chase you.
They'll bark though.
They're more energetic. They're more energetic when they're pups.
Yeah.
And then they just turn into basically lazy slobs, man. Well, we had one up until a couple of years ago, man. And you used to have to literally pick him up under the belly when you were going to take him for a walk. Walk with him halfway down the road and then just plop him down. Because you couldn't get him off the drive. You'd have to drag him.
Yeah.
I did it one day. I was literally dragging him, and some woman coming around the corner. She was like, "Excuse me, do you mind not doing that to that dog?" I went, "It's my dog. He's lazy. Get off."
Me as part Labrador, I'm having to constantly tell her to shush because she won't.
And get down.
Yeah.
Alright, Phoenix, I'll let you tell people where they can find you, but make sure you listen to the rest of the show because you may be very interested in Trivia Takeover, which we'll talk about later on.
Alright. Well, you can find me at the Phoenix 626, as you probably know by now, but you have better chance of finding me in the land of the green M stacking shelves.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, well, enjoy Empty Arena Mania.
I'll try.
We'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
Alright, anytime.
Thank you, Phoenix.
What a guy. Anytime.
Is Phoenix on now?
Yeah, I can't believe I built up his favourite wrestler of all time is The Undertaker. So what do you think about Undertaker? Yeah, it's good. Dude.
Yeah. Have you guys seen my friends over there in the UK? Have you guys seen The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
You know that fucking depressed robot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking Phoenix, right?
That's Phoenix.
Am I right?
Yeah.
If I was still in the land of the green M, I'd be depressed.
The lad needs a bloody good laying. That's what he needs. I'm telling you, we need to take him on a road trip to Amsterdam and just feed him to the women.
Yes, you're up,
All right.
Okay, then. Well, on to Bailey.
Oh, see, that's his ideal laying. That shit'll ruin you.
That was a perfect segue. So for some reason, Paige announced a match. It's basically your typical, we don't know what to do with the women's championship, so we're going to put all the women in one match at WrestleMania because it's WrestleMania type of match. So Bayley's defending against Lacey Evans, Naomi, Sasha Banks, and Tamina, who they've made a big deal out of.
God.
Tamina?
I'm thinking, how about something happens to Tamina and they just bring in Nia Jax on the bathwater?
Oh, man. Yeah, it's been a while since I drank from that bath, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking right as rain, too.
She is. She shed some pounds. Not that she had to. She shed some pounds, and yeah, she's looking a bit good. Yeah. I would drink champagne till my ass crack.
Whoa! So, to paint a picture that Butcher is like Neil Patrick Harris and Harold and Kumar going to White Castle snorting coke off the bum-bums.
Oh, yeah. I'll be like going at that like Tony Montana.
Yep.
It's man going at it like Tony Montana.
Yes.
Attaboy.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Rude not to. See if she can grasp the bottle between her cheeks.
And of course, the other women's championship is Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler.
Gotta go Shane on that, man. Get the title.
You know, I should have thought, actually, before we start talking about Mania, just to clarify, has anybody read spoilers or anything?
No,
or anything else? Okay.
I don't read nothing anymore to do with wrestling,
That's
to be
okay then.
honest.
Because I could be sitting here
The only
asking
thing
opinions,
that's-
and somebody's like, "I know all the results."
The only thing that's really been like, I guess talked about was just the changes.
Yeah.
But that's really been about it. Like I haven't heard who's won what or nothing.
Well,
And, trust me, that's half the stuff I listen to.
Looking at Wikipedia, they usually change things when they've been pre-taped, and nothing's changed on WrestleMania. They've still got Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. They've still got Andrade listed.
Even though Austin Theory's in the match now.
Yeah. Oh no, they have changed that one
Triple
actually.
H has already talked
They
about Roman
even,
being out.
They even advertised Roman against Goldberg on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Roman went on social media and basically confirmed it. He seemed very angry though. Like people are judging him for.
Yeah, they said he was a sissy,
leaving
a
it-
coward.
Okay, those
I
people
haven't
are
heard
assholes.
much negative backlash for him. I more heard that it's like, dude, why did you take so long?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're being paid by a company and they're telling you you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, how much can you really say without pissing somebody off?
Yeah, to be honest,
And he
that was
finally
my-
said, I can't. I'm not doing this.
That was my initial reaction, to be honest. I was like, why has he built the match when he could have just pulled out weeks ago when this whole pandemic started? But
What a man. He's still going after weeks.
Yeah.
Could have
No.
pulled out weeks ago.
Now, isn't The Miz out too?
The Miz is sick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Miz is out.
But he's
And
still
they
listed on
advertised
Wikipedia.
him too.
They're gonna replace him with his dad. I'm just kidding.
Somebody
It's
called
like a
Joey
funny
Mer-
rumor. I'm like, you know what? I'd actually pay to see that.
Any
Somebody
man with
called
two hands can
Mercury-
fight.
Oh no, not him. Somebody called Joey Mercury.
Ooh,
I'll
that'd
say,
be
what the
good,
hell's he
actually.
doing?
I
I never even
listened.
thought of that.
I listened to Max last week, and for the first time in like 4 weeks, I watched Raw this week, and I was so fucking confused.
I was very confused when you started talking just now. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
I know, right?
That's the Conor McGregor pro. Who the fuck is this guy?
We could
Oh,
be
man.
surprised by Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, that's a sleeper, man. I think that's going to be really good.
I think I would have preferred Daniel Bryan and Shinsuke, but you know,
Yeah.
Shinsuke's kind of missing it in WWE for some reason. Something's not connecting.
Because he's not connecting with Vince, apparently. I
Yeah.
don't get. Like, how hard is it to get behind him? Just let him go out there and kill people. I assure you it'll get over.
I think what they
Well,
could be.
hang on. I'm just looking now, right? There was something posted like about 8 hours ago, funny enough, and it's got Roman Reigns versus Bill Goldberg on there.
Yeah, it's still listed for some reason, but they have changed Austin Theory for Andrade. But they've still got Miz and Morrison as well on Wikipedia. I don't know
think
what
with
the
the
hell's
da-
going on.
I think with Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn, you could set it up where Daniel Bryan wins and then Gulak and him go for the Intercontinental title, which would be a cool feud.
Do you think, right?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe they are trying to push Roman Reigns into a heel position?
Over this?
Honestly. I mean, listen, weirdest things have happened, haven't they? You know? I mean, that interview he did, think about it. I mean, it was very open. It was very... It was shot in a way that it was like he was being followed around by a cameraman, right? How would he get away with going public, social, you know what I mean? Public, like that. And mentioning WWE. You ain't going to get away with that shit. Vince is going to kill you.
I think he's genuinely pissed off that they haven't postponed the show because obviously of his health.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know?
And I don't blame
What
him.
if Vince, what if Vince has pulled him in and go, Roman, Goldberg's this, Goldberg's that. What if we do it like this? You know what I mean? Give it a couple of weeks. We're going to pull you out. We're going to watch how social media blows up. You know what I mean? And yeah. I mean, I don't agree how inconsiderate people have been, considering, you know what I mean, his leukemia thing and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, he will have a low immune system. But I really wouldn't be surprised, being WWE, being WWE, if this is all kind of a... I mean, why would you change everything else on the lineups and not that? I mean, it's not a printing error, is it? It really ain't, is it? It's not a, oh, sir, I forgot to change it. You know?
My only guess is buy rate. You still have his name on there. If you switch his name with the guy they replaced him with, are you really going to give a shit about that match?
Yeah, they could have done something with like Braun Strowman attacking.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, he said that to me yesterday when we were messaging. He said, "Oh, but you know," I said, "I got a perfect one to shout out there." I said, "Sheamus." Sheamus answers the call, and then he said, "Oh no, it's Strowman." I was like, "I've kind of seen that, but I've not read anything in terms of it's legit."
Yeah, I was told he is the dude that replaced it. But of all the people, fucking Braun, he just comes off of losing the IC title to three guys that were supposed to be portrayed as geeks, who then simultaneously, you know, they all won the belt, or Sammy won the belt, and now you're just gonna like, oh well, hey, you're another big dude, get your ass in there.
Mm-hmm. I
that's the WWE way. That's the WWE thing.
This was the perfect opportunity for fucking Matt Riddle to show up. He could have lost. He could have lost. It could have been that simple.
Yeah.
Say no all day long, bro. But you want buy rate? That's a buy rate. You want the hardcores to actually buy this thing? That's
why
what you want to do.
Keith Lee? Why not have Keith?
Fucking Keith Lee. Do Keith Lee. This big motherfucker. Yeah, bring up Keith Lee.
Have Keith Lee. You've got so many opportunities, you know, to scalp a legend. You know, I don't think he's a legend. I don't think he's ever been a, you know, he's a name, you know. But it would be a huge scalp in terms of, you know, a person cutting a promo. I beat Bill Goldberg, and you know what I mean? And what? You know, Adam Cole. Why not make Adam Cole a world champion and an NXT champion?
That's not a terrible idea. You have the up and coming beat the past.
That's it. Before he drops the NXT championship,
because
the Velveteen.
I'm not even really into that match.
No, I'm not really. I'll be honest, but you know, there's so many possibilities, and it's just kind of like even Sheamus.
I was talking to Daniel Crimmins the other night about it, and I told him, why don't they just do John Cena and The Fiend on night 1, and then on night 2, the winner takes on Goldberg.
Yeah,
and then
put
the strap back.
Yeah, well, I said that the other week on this. Do you know what? Just have John Cena beat him and get the 17 world titles out of the way.
Yeah, but I mean, for the moment, I think for me, I would just like to see The Fiend avenge that loss in Riyadh.
Yes,
beat him for that title.
But then again, it's like I've just said, you know, if you're going to utilize, you know, a guy that can sell tickets, not that they're going to have people buying tickets or anything like that, but if you're going to utilize a guy like Bill Goldberg, then, and it's a short time to build a rivalry, you don't really need to build anything for weeks and weeks on end. The match itself and the name versus another name, that in itself is a reason to build someone else's career off the back of beating Bill Goldberg. You know, you imagine Adam Cole cutting promos. You know what I mean? I've said this, I've said that. You know what I mean? I've beaten him. You know what I mean? Bill Goldberg, first time I get a world title opportunity. Boom, you've got gold. You know, and the same with Keith Lee. That in itself, you know what I mean? It's Keith Lee versus Bill Goldberg, two big guys. You know, there's no way is Bill Goldberg gonna jackhammer him.
Oh God, no.
You know, but Keith Lee could literally dominate Goldberg. It's just, I don't know, it's a little frustrating. It's scrappy. It's desperate. That's what it is. It's a year where it will not happen. We will not cancel WrestleMania everyone looks forward to it. No, we don't.
No matter how much goes wrong, they're still going ahead with it.
No, we don't. You know what I mean? We really do not look forward to it every year. You know?
I mean, I was kind of looking forward to some of the matches this year. Still am a little bit. But I definitely would have preferred them in a bigger stadium.
That's the thing. Like, I watched NXT last night, and I caught a little bit of AEW. I got to catch the rest. But I got to say, dude, watching NXT, Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, and Damian Priest are having this badass match. But I'm like, it's just not the same without people in the crowd and shit, man. It was good, but it's just ugh. It's not the same. It's really hard to watch wrestling.
No, it is. It is hard. It is hard, and that's why I say AEW make the most.
They do, and then
whether they're using, I actually think it's quite kind of funny, because I like the fact that you're having a match in the ring, but your cameraman and everything else is taking time to speak to MJF and Sean Spears while they're playing cards. And they're gambling, and MJF's like, "What? What did you just say? Did you say I was gambling?"
How dare
I like that. I think that's really funny. And then you've got Jericho in the box with Billy Gunn, and he's, you know what I mean? I think that's cool. It brings a fun side to it, doesn't it? I mean, there's only a certain amount of empty arena you can actually watch. I mean, and I think it actually proves that the two coexist. It's kind of like whether you like the snot-nosed kids and the yes men, the sheep-like fans, they kind of truly make a wrestling, you know what I mean? Whether you like it or not. It'll be weird when they actually fill an arena again.
I can't wait, because I also have, not that it matters at this point, but I bought tickets to Double or Nothing in hopes of going for the second year in a row, and it's probably not going to happen. God, which I'm so upset about, but I can't wait till we can all kind of start going to shows again and get back to normal, because, man, everything is fucked up, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, now friggin' AEW can't friggin' tape at Daly's place. You know what I'm saying? So now they have to go somewhere else.
Well, wasn't it a different building last night?
I think it was in Nashville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was
They
definitely
started
smaller.
taping in a new place. It looked a lot better. I liked last night's look.
Yeah. I like how close the
I
set
know.
was.
I know that Matt Hardy had basically said that they could use his.
The compound, yeah.
Yeah. I know that was something I did read.
Well, I mean, they used to back, for God's sake, so why not? And
well, yeah. I mean, I think it just goes to show that they really need backup plans. These big promotions, you know, you really do. I mean, it's just what mind you say that. How do you prepare for something like this?
You don't.
Well, we didn't.
No. You ride it out.
It's one of the things where it's one of those things where they have to possibly take breaks. Obviously, they should. I mean, when you look at like content, like WWE could do like best of shows, or friggin' Impact, for God's sake, could do a best of show. AEW is
best of what?
I know. Hold on, let me finish.
Oh, is that just a 2004 highlight clip?
Yeah, let's just show us some 2004 on the Impact Plus.
2012.
2012. What I'm saying is, you also look at AEW. I mean, what can as far as a library? They don't really have like a library. If they want, they could run some pay-per-view like on live TV or what have you. But I mean, it's there's a lot to prepare for over these next couple months.
That's you know what I mean. Hearing that just fucking kills me a bit, like inside a couple of months.
No,
there is a silver lining to some wrestlers working from home. Though we got to see John Moxley on WWE backstage.
Yes, we did. That was awesome.
Oh, I wonder how much trouble Renee's in now, though.
God damn it, Renee! What are you doing? He's on the camera. What the fuck?
And he did it deliberately. Booker and Xavier loved it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He'll
what
be
else?
back. He'll be back. I guarantee that.
He'll be back.
He will. He'll be back. I don't think it'll be as long as we, you know what I mean. As long as people think either.
As long as we anticipated for.
I think he's just gone away to reinvent himself. He won't come back as Dean Ambrose. He will come back as Moxley.
Or would you just put him on NXT and have a lot of fresh matches with him if he comes back?
That's it. That'll be it for me. I don't think he'd. Listen, there are no guarantees of anyone being signed by WWE that when you go to the main card, you've got, you know what I mean, creative control. Never in a million fucking years. Vince McMahon would have to die tomorrow.
Not even in NXT because Vince still.
No,
is
exactly.
involved.
That's it. Vince pulls that, and that's why I think him and Triple H have come to loggerheads in recent months. Vince just isn't treating, promotions as they call it, to the main card as a promotion. He's literally taking something that's worked, something that's been built to, you know what I mean, for years, if years, not, you know what I mean, months and months and months on end, and he's just killing them. He's killing everything, even to the point where, look at Breeze, goes back down to NXT, and he can't find that stride again. You know what I mean? You get demoralized that much. Do you know what I mean? It can't be fun to work for that man at all. I mean, you look at everyone, even when, they're at work cutting promos, they don't look the slightest bit interested.
I think Brody Lee's made it clear that it's not fun to work for Vince McMahon.
Oh my God, with those bits, Lord.
Did you just sneeze in my presence?
Get out! Get!
See, last week I didn't make the connection to Vince McMahon. I just thought it was, he was a possessive leader.
though?
I did this week. I definitely got the connection this week.
Well, Paul Heyman even talked about it on the Stone Cold podcast that if you coughed or anybody, he'd have a fucking fit over it. So.
But no, last week he just seemed like a crazy possessive cult leader. This week I could tell it was a Vince parody.
Yes.
It was. For those who know all the terrible stories of the Vince, and he likes steak. I was like, oh yeah, that's Vince. That's a Vince thing right now. You can't eat while he's eating. Don't ask him nothing while he's eating. Unless this steak is really good and he's in a good mood, then maybe you can ask him something.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting because JR is on the show. When JR said that iconic line about Vince McMahon, he told JR, "Sleep is our enemy." JR.
That old man looks like he never sleeps anyway.
Oh, he's got the gym in the friggin' headquarters, man. He's fucking, he's Vince McMahon.
Bad man.
Yes.
I think that's why he liked Warrior so much. They were both so out of their mind.
Yeah,
Vince
Vince doesn't
Warrior
sleep.
was because of coke, and he was just out of his mind.
Vince doesn't sleep. He just has one of them tanks that Darth Vader's got.
Oh,
Quick refresher.
Little hyperbolic life.
Yeah.
By the way, I got to say this since we didn't talk about it. Did you see what? Okay, so former AEW superstar, if you even want to call her that, Smiley Kylie Ray, has signed with Impact Wrestling.
Oh, that was months ago, wasn't it?
What's that?
That was months ago, wasn't it? Or is she left
No,
and signed
no,
again?
official
now. They just officially announced it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, she signed with him and then left.
She needs to make her friggin' mind up.
Yeah, she was retiring and she was depressed, and now we're signed to Impact. Yep.
Well, if that doesn't make you depressed, I don't know what will.
Eh.
I'd stay retired if I were you, love.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Impact. Not sorry.
There's a reason to retire.
Yeah. All right, one last one for WrestleMania before we move on. One of the few matches that hasn't changed whatsoever. Brock Lesnar. Well, unless he's stuck in Canada. Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre.
Come on, Drew.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's the crowning of Drew now.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised this one hasn't leaked.
He's a better.
I mean, there were rumors that Brock was quarantined in Canada, but I don't know if that was after Thursday, so they probably have taped it, and now he's quarantined in Canada. But there's been no reports of him actually dropping out of WrestleMania, so Hopefully
There's no
the match
way
went
can
ahead.
Brock. There's no way can Brock win. Surely.
He surprised us in the past.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing. Like you say, there's no way Brock can win. That's how I kind of feel with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. Like if Charlotte wins, fuck that. It's Rhea's time.
Yeah, and that means Charlotte has to go to NXT. No thanks.
No, thank you.
Who's sleeping?
Do you think that's actually what Vince wants, though? Is for Charlotte to go down there and then maybe use her big name, her name to gain attention? Because shit, we're getting killed by AEW.
No,
isn't that what all the superstars want, anyways? Though, like everybody at this point, all the people that are on main roster would kill to go back to NXT.
Pretty much, yes.
I just think I don't think Charlotte's big enough to even, draw attention. I'll be honest.
No, I'm with you. I'm just saying. If anything, I would feel like how they had NXT, like where like all of a sudden you'd get matches where like CM Punk would show up and team with like Cassius Ohno, like shit like that. Like if you can go back to doing that, then cool, then use the guys. But everybody wants to run away from the main.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I watched Charlotte, and I actually believe there is a lot better within the company now. Io Shirai pisses all over her.
He was so good.
I love Xia Li. I think she's an absolute fucking she's awesome, and she's fit as fuck. Dania Perazzo. I mean,
awesome. Yep, Shotzi Blackheart.
I mean, exactly. I just think I don't know where I stand on it, because I kind of look at it and I think she's taken enough time and titles away from people that I don't want to see someone of her status, of her stature, go down to NXT and outshine people that should be given the opportunity to kind of like make a career, have a chance. I think there's only so much you can take of hearing, I'm Charlotte Flair, I'm the Queen. You fuck all. You know what I mean? You're wrestling on a stage where there is only possibly a handful of women that can go. Sasha, I don't want to say her name, but I have to. Sasha Banks, Bailey, you know what I mean? Asuka for me is the best in the division, hands down. For Becky Lynch, the reason Becky Lynch is in the position she's in is because the gimmick worked. People bought into it. If people hadn't bought into that gimmick, she wouldn't be walking around with that title now, guaranteed.
A year later.
She wouldn't. She wouldn't.
I think that gimmick is like overstayed its welcome about 4 months.
I think so. Well, that's just the way I see it. I mean,
well,
for me, when you look at the main roster in terms of women's wrestling, it's dog shit.
It went stale because she went from badass to pandering.
Io Shirai for me it should be. I don't want to say called. I don't want to say anyone should be called up, because I don't believe it's called up.
No,
I
to
just,
Raw.
It is. It's tormenting. We've
already talked about it. Look at Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to the main's got to be a punishment. It's like, we're going to punish you, but at least we're going to pay you to do that.
Yeah. It's not right. Not right.
I love.
And you hear that from previous people that have wrestled for the promotion. Brody Lee, Jack Hager.
I'd love to
hear Bobby Roode, man.
I'd love to hear the conversations between Vince and Triple H. I want this guy on Raw. Okay, what are you gonna do with him? No idea, but I heard good things about him.
He doesn't even. The thing is the dickhead don't even watch his own product. He don't.
No.
It's just fucking. It's ridiculous how you can sit there for hours and hours and hours of your life and claim to give all to the business that has given back to you, but you don't watch your own product. The man has got an inflated ego. Why would you go back and build a football fucking, you know what I mean, that caved in years ago?
Because you got the money to do it again.
You know,
that's all it is. He's flaunting his cash.
What a dick! Why didn't he just start a fighting promotion to rival UFC, to rival Bellator? That would have made more sense.
He wanted to buy UFC.
Exactly. You know what I mean? The NFL is the bee's knees. There's no point in, creating a step down from NFL for all the guys that don't make it. It don't make sense.
Hey, Brock, you want to play football again?
Exactly. There you go, Mojo Rawley. That's called Gronkowski retirement. That's exactly it. But that's what I thought he was doing with WWE when he was buying, giving contracts to all these ex-UFC and mixed martial arts fighters. I said it on here, didn't I? It really, really looked to me that he was aiming for that, announcements.
Yeah.
It really did, and that's what I mean. Conor McGregor was talking about it, and I was like, he couldn't really be trying to do this, surely. He had Mauro Ranallo, for fuck's sake, so he had a key commentator.
But he didn't work well with how he wanted, and he couldn't take bully.
No. I like Ronaldo though with NXT. I don't think there's a better place for him. I really don't. If WWE was in the position it was in the late 90s, early 2000s, Ronaldo would be awesome on Raw or SmackDown. Not now. You got to work with idiots.
Yeah. Trained idiots, nonetheless.
That's it. Trained idiots. You just got to work with idiots. People that believe in their own hype. I used to like Corey Graves. I don't know more. I just think the guy's an absolute shitbag.
Right.
Yeah, he went from like one of the better guys to he's another robot.
Yeah, he believes his own hype now, doesn't he?
He's a cockwomble.
He's
I love that.
He's past that stage of, like your probationary period where he's got his own show on the network. He really can't be touched. Byron Saxton, whatever. Michael Cole passed his sell-by date. Jerry Lawler should not be allowed anywhere near a microphone.
I would rather have
Young,
Jerry help with like booking than be on commentary.
Yeah, why not? Memphis Wrestling was successful.
Exactly.
It was successful. It was small, but it was successful. It's very much how the NWA is now. The NWA isn't nice at all, but I like how intimate it is. That's what I like about NWA. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Vince wants to get as far away from those two words as possible. Pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Pro wrestling.
Which is terrible because the guy who we all hope is going to take over still loves the idea of pro wrestling, but he wants to put a show behind it.
Well, he shits all over his father's hard work.
Yeah.
Triple H has the right idea. You take pro wrestling, but you give it that sports entertainment look.
Did you guys hear this guy got demoted?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, but he made a joke out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what to believe.
I look at it and I think, I think I've said on here a few times. When you grew up watching wrestling, you grew up watching wrestling. I was a WCW fan before I was a WWF fan, but I still watched WWF. I was still invested in guys like Jake the Snake Roberts, You know, Jake Roberts was my favorite wrestler of all time. Second, you know what I mean? Second is Eddie Guerrero. Third is Chris Benoit. You know, it's, you know what I mean? And then you've got William Regal. You know, they're all guys that their psychology was fantastic. But WCW was all about wrestling. It was wrestling. But, you know, I don't like the E in wrestling, entertainment. But you were entertained by the wrestling and the product that was given to you in WCW. All the way through, you know what I mean? The 80s up until the latter 90s. And then came that horrible stint that should never be remembered. You know, fucking sin. What type of shit was that?
It was shit.
You know?
It was a sin.
WCW Thunder. It was atrocious, but it was better than Sunday Night Heat.
And Velocity.
You know? I look at the shit that goes on with WCW, and there's still the critics today, and I'm like, it wasn't as bad as you're saying it is.
It just ended so bad, is what it was.
You know,
and it was going down, it nosedived.
Yeah. But I mean, you go back and watch people like Koloff. You watch some of the matches that he had, Nikita Koloff with Lex Luger and that. You can't. No one can tell me that you've seen better in WWF. You know, like I said the other week with Harold Hunter III doing the watch party. You know, you said the American Bash. I said Halloween Havoc, but they were both in 1989. 1989 going through to 1993, 94 were key factors, man. Barry Windham was the fucking man.
Barry Windham, former U.S. champ, him and Luger going at it. That was a good setup.
Unreal, man. Unreal.
Having him part of the Horsemen.
Oh, yeah. You know? And then WCW, they weren't afraid to take it to the next level. WWF didn't create that. WCW did. They took it to another level of innovation. You know what I mean? To go and get all these, you know, luchas that no one had heard of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
only the tape traders knew who you were.
Oh, mate.
The Guerreros, the Benoits.
You know, and for people to say that Eric Bischoff was fuck off, he weren't no reason that WCW went out of business. He's the reason that WCW were in there for so fucking long. You know,
well, he's got some blame on his shirt. He allowed Nash to get a little, you know, extra control-y.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta say this. Are you gonna stand up to Kevin Nash? I'm not gonna stand up to Kevin Nash.
No.
Well, I don't give a shit if he's got 5 torn quads. I'm not standing up to Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash had a lot of pull within a lot of within WWF, even when he was in WCW.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even if you left WCW, you couldn't go to WWF and expect to have a free ride because you'd crossed a percentage of the click. Yeah. You know, so I mean, you had to prepare yourself for a miserable time until Big Kev had, you know, seen that you'd struggled enough. But then you had to be his lackey. And that, unfortunately, was the business and the downsides of it, you know. Never mind fucking New Jack, that fucking jacked up freak.
He's a cock-womble as well.
I didn't even watch the Dark Side of the Ring. I know Harold shared the clip from 2007 with him, Honky Tonk Man, and the Iron Sheiky Baby, where Sheik Moon bringing the camera. But yeah, no, man, it's just fuck New Jack.
I can't stand New Jack. Guys are
like I've always heard about like his recent ones. I always heard about how he beat the crap out of that old dude. But then they shed that Dark Side of the Ring shed light on
Joe.
Yeah, he said they shed light on the whole transit thing. I've always heard about it, never really knew.
Yeah,
and it's like that was fucking gnarly.
So
and
mental.
then
Agent Boom.
And then who was this like Amazing Red or whatever? I don't know, not Amazing Red. What the fuck this guy, random red dude was that he just legit was like, oh, you want to shoot on me? I'm going to fucking just stab you. And nobody does nothing. They're just recording it. The ref's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I mean,
Dangerous,
D'Lo's Brown.
man. He was dangerous.
D'Lo Brown's reaction was my exact reaction. Oh, he's stabbing a motherfucker.
Well, D'Lo Brown and New Jack go back to Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So before, when D'Lo was in the Nation of Domination, he was in Smoky Mountain Wrestling with New Jack.
He was the bump man.
Dangerous guy, man. Dangerous guy.
I will admit.
There used to be a guy in ECW called Angel. And New Jack nearly killed him.
Can I say something?
Sure, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
First off, I want to apologize for taking a damn nap. It's kind of funny. I went from PromoMania. I took a nap. Now I'm on Retro Rewind.
Well, don't worry. We'll get to the promo championship in a minute.
Well, I mean, Vic Grimes. He fucking threw Vic Grimes off the scaffold, for God's sake. I mean, look at you mentioned
He
Matt
said his
Jack.
intention was to throw him completely off onto the
You-
floor.
You can talk
Was it
about the
bollocks?
majority of New Jack's matches and be like, he nearly killed the guy.
The guy's dangerous, man. The guy had every intention of hurting someone when he wrestled. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say wrestle. He didn't
And all he
wrestle.
said was, I blame it on being high on coke. Like, really,
You
bro?
know,
Like, it's
Then maybe don't be.
That's the thing. When they did the Hardcore Homecoming documentary, to go back to Mass Transit for a second, he even said that he wanted to get cut and he did. He said, free like OJ, I got away with it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Piece of shit. All right, now Travis is awake. Let's get to the Walker versus the Demoness for the promo championship.
Hello, mortals.
Breaking news out of Max Wrestling / RWT presents PromoMania 5. There is a new promo champion, and her name is the Demoness.
In my past, I have been known to drag lifeless carcasses and bury them behind my house. I've also been known to drown individuals into their watery demise. Put the puzzle together. All of the pieces make sense, Mr. Walker. You don't bring a knife to a gun fight. The end is near. You took something from me, and now we are going to take it all away from you.
Weird noises coming from this shed. Not that one, just this one. I don't know what's wrong with it. Let's open it. There we go. Nothing there. It might just be like the light's gone out. Guys, the light's actually just gone out. The light has just gone out.
The demon's coming for you. Hello, mortals. It is us, the Demoness. But we have another name. The Gorgon, as our brother calls us now. Travis, you are naive and foolish. You have been focusing all of your attention in your head on our brother, when you should have been listening to me and paying attention. But did we? No, because we were too busy trying to get us into the light. But instead, we sent your boy Corey down there. God did not protect him that time. No. Welcome to my torture house. The hands of all the souls we have taken. My little demon in the shape of a beard.
We found him.
Where is he? Well done, my child.
So, I was wondering what you was mentioning. I could hear you talking about... Oh, yeah. I remember
Corey.
this.
Zach. Soon to be the Travis's bloodstains in the wall. But which one of these will we use? Michael Larkin. Do you remember this beauty? But you drowned us, so we didn't actually get to chop your head off. No. Oh, no.
I've got it too. Oh.
Champ, you better hold on to that shiny little toy of yours that you keep so precious. Because every time you fall asleep now, I am going to be inside your head and I am going to rip you limb from limb, wherever I drag you here, wherever I drag you to the graveyard, whatever realm you will end, because everybody dies in the end by my hand. And trust us when I say this. Don't tell him. The demons are going to rise up from the ground, from the ashes, and they are going to take every one of you little mortals out. You see, Michael Larkin, you destroyed us, but you forgot that the Mayas resurrected us in the bathtub of resurrection. You see, since we've been here, Travis, we have made a point to make sure that we struck fear in each and every one of you, but you all pretend that you don't feel us, hear us, sense us. When you were children, you thought there was a boogeyman. Silly mortals, that was me. In your cupboards, under your beds. I have watched you all for centuries. So I know what makes you tick, especially you, Travis. I will drag your dead body through hell. Well, first, I'll bring you here, and we may lock you up for... Demoness, how long do we lock you up for before we remove your soul from your dead body?
The last time we locked someone up, they used their fingernails and scratched in 88 days. But then, a day later, dead.
So, mortals, we have tried to be patient with you, but you are testing our patience. Travis, I want you to know something, my little sweet. We have already found you. And it's only a matter of time. Tick tock. Embrace the darkness. Embrace the madness that is the Demoness. We'll see you soon, mortals.
One, two. The demon's coming for me. 3, 4. I'll open that door. No. No! Fight with honor, he said. I think it's time that I clarify a few things. A couple weeks ago, I said a lot of bad things. And let me clarify on several of those, plus other things that you and your brother want to say about me. I've been through hell. I can't trust anyone. So when I make these groups or these factions or anything like that, I turn my back on them before they can turn their back on me. So when I did that video with Corey, that wasn't a team up. That was just saying one way or another, you would see the light. Obviously, you didn't see the light with Corey. So today, I will show you the light. Also, I said that I could see through you. I got my glasses on. I got that 20/20 vision. Well, when I said that, I meant that I see through the Demoness. So, I'm going to use this time to talk to Nicola, not the Demoness. Because the Demoness, she wants to take my soul to hell and burn me for all eternity. You want to show me damnation. And I'm going to prove today that will not happen either. When you say you're going to take my soul to hell, I want you to understand what that means to me. Because my soul is not in this vessel. My soul is with my wife. My soul is with my daughter. I have no control of my soul, so you cannot take that from me. You cannot take that from them, because it's not for you to take. I don't care if you win. I don't care if you lose. I don't care if I win or if I lose my title belt. Because that's another thing you can never take from me. Is because, let me explain that again. The day I won the Max Wrestling Promo Championship, I told my daughter that I beat Michael Larkin. And that, on that day, you know what my daughter said to me? At 4 years old, she gave me the biggest hug and said, "Daddy, I'm proud of you." And that's a moment that I will never forget. That's a moment you cannot take from me. That's not a moment that anyone can take from me. So it's okay if I lose the title. It's okay if I keep it. But I chose Moses Marquez to be my opponent. I chose him because I thought he could take my title. I wanted to face you, Nikola, because I think you can take the title. And I hope you do. Because if you do, that opens doors for so many more feuds. That opens so many more possibilities. It's endless. It can cause me to go back from the beginning, just like I'm doing now from inside my car. I can go back to the beginning, start at the back of the line, work my way back to the top. Because at the end of the day, right now, I am the best because I hold the title. You're the best competitor. And then once you take that title from me, then you will be the best champion because you beat the best. So, with that being said, I want to show you the light. I want to show you something. So, for all of the thousands of people that may watch this, take a walk with the walker. We're going to show Nikola McDonald the light. We're going to show Nikola McDonald my soul. This is what you will never take from me. You say several things about how you're going to burn me, but let me show you. You also say tick tock, tick tock. Well, guess what? I say knock knock. Come here. Come here.
I'm getting very good at my bed.
Listen. Shh. Listen. This is the light. This is what you will never take from me. Never.
Okay, now this one you actually can vote for. Go to maxwrestling.net.wix.net. Oh, fucking hell, I fucked up the website.
Wixsite.com.
Yes, maxwrestling.wix.com/maxuk/vote. If you want a quicker link, just go to maxwrestlinguk.weebly.com. Your vote counts to 1/3 of the result. The other 2 votes will be provided by Mr. Daniel Crimmins and myself. Now, of course, the Promo League kicks off tomorrow, but neither the Demoness or the Walker can be challenged until Monday for when we get the results. Now, on to a very special promo. It is 1 year in the making. Butcher versus Kingpin.
And I think the thing about you is I got the opportunity to speak with you often and really learn a lot about your life, and you learned a lot about my life. And you knew my kids and stuff like that. My kids jumping on FaceTime with you all the time, calling you Uncle Dave, and we just got very, very close, and I really appreciated that. At the time, it was something that really, really meant a lot to me. And I think what happened between us is what happens in families, which is that with time spent, emotion grows, but also sometimes the more time that you're around somebody, things can begin to go south a little bit, and people have to be able to recognize that for what it is and say and be able to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my problem was I began to have some problems with some of the things that you were doing and some of the things that you were saying, but I'm not super good with confrontation, so I didn't really know how to express it to you or what to really say, and I held on, I let it bottle up. It was bottling up because I didn't really want to stir anything or say anything, and in classic form, by the time I was ready to say something, I was up to here with it, and so of course by then I couldn't properly express myself. There was no logic about my actions or anything, and so I went on to handle things quite poorly.
I don't think you handled things poorly at all, to be honest.
Yeah, for my standards,
I don't know. I think you handled it how. I think you handled it exactly how I would have handled it, and I think that's what made it kind of. I don't know. I would say I was frustrated at the time because I was like, "Wow." In a way, it was kind of like I was reacting to you, not the actual problem. I was like, that's my brother.
Yeah.
That's a man that said, he loves me, and shit like that. And not a lot of people say that to me. They don't, because I'm not a person that, Donald Trump would have you fuckers build my wall, because that's it. Nobody comes beyond my wall. The only person other than yourself, and my other brother Andy that died a couple of years ago, there is actually only three people, that I've ever let in. One is you, the other is my fiance, and the other was my brother Andy. Not even Daz and Mike have been let in the way that you were let in, because I knew that from day one when I met you, I knew that not that Daz isn't a man of his word or Mike isn't a man of his word. There are only certain things in a person that you can understand. And I think me and you had the same kind of, I don't know, I want to say pain.
Yeah.
Pain in our upbringings, pain in, kind of like, I don't know, that puzzle where you've got 2 or 3 pieces missing and you know what them 2 or 3 pieces are, but you really don't want to put that puzzle together again.
Yeah.
And I think you understood me.
You're listening to Burning Your World Down by The Word Alive, one of tonight's Max Noise theme songs taken from their album PromoMania, available now on Apple Music and Spotify. Whew. Well, that's everything done for this show. Congratulations to Moses on retaining the Knowledge Championship. We will, of course, get the result for the Promo Championship on Monday. But the Knowledge Championship brings us to this revolutionary update for Trivia Takeover, which is our next special on June 11th, 2020. Yeah, we ain't cancelling any specials. Now, it is Trivia Takeover 5.0, the Champion's Chase. In previous years, it was tradition to bring back the classic various rounds of trivia for the Knowledge Championship to mark its anniversary, but as you may have seen, those classic rounds have been making a return to other shows recently. And that's because this year, we're shaking things up at Trivia Takeover. Now listen carefully, because this is where it gets complicated, so please no interruptions either. So, we're going to be looking for 2 to 4 challengers. Each challenger will have 30 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. Each correct answer is worth 5 seconds of time in the final round. However, after each challenger has answered their questions, the champion has a chance to eliminate them by going head to head with them and answering more questions correctly before the challenger can make it home with the time they've won. In the final round, all surviving challengers have their combined time to work together and answer as many questions correct as possible. The champion will have the same time plus 10 seconds for each surviving challenger to match their final score. And that is the Champion's Chase. The theme song for this event is The Hunted by Saint Asonia, taken from their latest album Flawed by Design, available now on Apple Music and Spotify, and as always on the Max Noise playlist on Spotify. Just to reiterate as well, of course, if the challengers do manage to answer more questions correctly in the final than the champion, they'll then go head to head to crown a new champion. And the bell has rung for this special. Speaking of bells, actually, make sure you click that subscribe bell before you tap out if you're watching on YouTube. If you prefer your podcasts in MP3 form, you can follow us on soundcloud.com/maxwrestling or on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and Castbox.
Yes, Bizox.
As always, join our Facebook group. It's literally just Max Wrestling. It's not just for new episodes. You'll get some news, you'll get some memes, you get some tweets, you get some other stuff. And in the meantime, you can follow me at DazzyMWP. Mike is at SMShow1 and MCL92. The Butcher is at TOD69BITB. You heard from the Phoenix earlier on, and our other guests are, of course, still your knowledge champion, Moses Marquez.
That's right. I appreciate you. Still knowledge champ. Phoenix brought the big fight, and apparently I have a huge uphill battle on the next one. But yes, make sure you're following me on all platforms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at SMRPodnet, SoundCloud.com/SmartMarkRadio, and Anchor.fm/SMRPodnet. You can find all new episodes of everything Smart Mark Radio. We're getting ready to do King of the Ring. Travis is going to do Bash at the Beach when he comes back from his pay-per-view hiatus. And, yeah, weekly AEW and NXT. So, all kinds of stuff.
All right. And speaking of Travis, he is currently the promo champion. We'll see how it all goes down with the results on Monday. He is Travis the Walker Anderson.
Yeah, man. You can find me at Walker _TA92.
You can find Travis at fuck.
I don't think Twitter allows fucking usernames.
No.
Oh,
damn it! I missed that.
Mike, do you know it?
Yeah, Walker _TA92 is where you can follow Travis the Walker Anderson.
There you go.
What's bullshit about it is like, hey, on the shows with Moses, I get the shit right.
You're also awake during this.
I watched the guy the other day that's got this podcast, and he always seems to forget it. So he had basically all his handles tattooed on his wrist. Oh, God. Oh, brilliant. With all the icons and everything. It was actually quite smart. It's a bit stupid, but it was actually quite smart.
If I ever forget, I'll just have Mike do it.
Yeah, you could always do a Shawn Michaels with the wrist tape. WWEsharp.com.
You could do the rock too during the Cena thing. Write it on the wrist.
Well, the thing is with me, you don't even have to find me on fucking Twitter. Or just find me on Facebook, Travis the Walker Anderson. I'm in the Max Wrestling and Facebook group RWT, and just find me there. Shit, that's easier.
And last but by no means least, after making his return, Emir Blackbean Costello / RWT Kingpin.
Yeah.
Master RWT Kingpin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know what, Daz? I gotta say thank you for bestowing that name, Kingpin, upon me.
I think everybody owes me royalties.
Yeah, it's so funny. Listen. I'm an executive where I work, and I manage 2 different offices, and occasionally I transport associates with me from one office to another, and everybody's always like, "Oh, your license plate says Kingpin, huh?" And then I get to tell them a nice long story about the Captain Dazzy Lee. But yeah, I can be found on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, all some variation of RWT podcast or RWT Raw Wrestling Talk, and the RWT group. And one other thing I meant to mention earlier, I don't know why I only thought about it now, but I was set with the CEO of the organization that I work for, and he's not a fan of wrestling, and he thinks it's hilarious that I still watch wrestling. And he goes, "Who's your favorite wrestler?" And I said, "My favorite wrestler is Triple H." And he said, "Triple H? That sounds like an STD." Yeah, I was messing around with this chick and caught that Triple H. I was like, okay. Oh man.
Well,
yeah,
didn't his one of his My Time entrance songs have the lyric "Give me some of that Triple H"?
Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, exactly. PromoMania, man.
Okay, I'm going to let Mike close out the show as it's his last one for a while, so make sure you join us next week for the aftermath of both Manias, the results of the Promo Championship, and the beginning of the Promo League. Let's get those challenges coming this week. And now, over to the first Triple Crown winner of Max Wrestling, the current Mr. Iron Bank, Mike Larkin.
So, as a kid who started on this show 2016, a year into podcasting, officially becoming a captain in 2017, I've had a lot of fun in the last 3 years with yourself, Daz, with yourself, Butcher, with the Phoenix, and everybody on this call. So going forward, I would like to see Travis take my spot. I want to see Amir. I want to see a lot of people just have fun and just do the damn thing here on a Max Wrestling podcast. I'm very grateful for the time I've had here, Mr. Iron Bank. You can check out, like I said, I'm doing a lot of the same stuff. Butcher and I just did Heelcast. I'm working with Andre Corbill.
Fuck the Heelcast.
Thank you. We're doing a lot of fun stuff, and I think what's great about podcasting is the camaraderie and the united, not divided front, and everybody just working together to put out the best damn content that there is. The Q&As also help from myself, from the Butcher, from Amir, from Travis, from Nikla, from everybody that really built up PromoMania 5, and for that I'm very happy and privileged to be a part of this event. As far as the Iron Bank goes, I'm going to say this right now. The current champion is Moses Marquez. I'm going to make the current, whoever that champion may be for the Knowledge Championship, sweat it out, because I will officially cash in next year at PromoMania 6. So I will be breathing down your neck for the next year for the Knowledge Championship. And the other thing I would like to say is Butcher had mentioned one-offs in his promos. I'm kind of feeling that same vibe about just doing a lot of one-offs for Max Wrestling. So I will officially say this. I had a lot of fun doing the no winner, no loser promo challenge with the Shape. So I would propose I'd like to do another one of those next year at PromoMania 6. So in one corner, I would like to be myself, Mike Larkin. And in the other corner is none other than Moses Marquez. So what do you say, Mr. Moses Marquez?
In a word, D. I'll accept.
PromoMania 6?
PromoMania 6, apparently all everything is on the line because I assure you this. Well, I don't assure you, but my confidence is riding high. I mean, I beat the man that beat you for the knowledge title, so yeah, let's do this thing. I'll take you on twice.
Twice.
Moses, I only got one thing to say. I'm going to kick your ass.
I love this. I love this.
SmackDown.com, Smokemark Radio, Twitter at SMR.net, Facebook, SMR Podcast Network, YouTube, SMR.net, Anchor.fm, says SMR.net. And on that, I bid you adieu.
That's right. Checks in the mail.
Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang.